Awesome. Hey everyone, it's Rob Balasabas here. Welcome to TubeBuddy 101 live training with my friend Andrew Can down there. Hey Andrew, how's it going?
Hello, how's it going up there?
What's the weather like down there? Yeah, no.
It's fitting because you're in, Canada land and I'm in California, so it just works.
Exactly. It's like a map. Awesome. Just want to make sure that you guys can all hear us as well. If you're looking for the live training for TubeBuddy, you're in the right place. I see Tribeless Kenya is here. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out with us. So we're gonna just jump right away into the training. So if you are here with us, say hello in the comments. You'll find the comments here on the, I guess on this side. No, that's that side of the screen. Yeah, so just put your questions down. We are gonna have Q&A throughout, but mostly at the end of our training here. So leave your comments and your questions for me and Andrew. We'll be happy to help you, and we're gonna jump into it. If you are watching this in a replay, then also make sure that you leave your comments. We do monitor comments, and also I will be sharing our email address. So if you want, you can email our team directly. We've got fantastic support team here for you. All right, so awesome. So we're gonna jump into it. You guys can see my screen. I'm gonna kind of start over a little bit here. So again, my name is Rob Balasabas, and I'm here with Andrew Can with the TubeBuddy team. I'm the brand evangelist here at TubeBuddy, so I have the really fun job of connecting with all of you, our partners, and then also in turn helping all of you connect with each other. So we've got Andrew here, who is the head of video content and production. You'll see a lot of him in a lot of our training videos, basically all of him, basically. So maybe Andrew, why don't you just say a few words of who you are and what you do, and yeah, just so that whoever doesn't know you can get to know you a little bit.
Sure. So I handle, as Rob very nicely said, all the video production. So what my job is to make sure that we break down the TubeBuddy tools in an easy and digestible way so you can use them to find better ways to grow. So we provide the tools to help you grow on YouTube. I'm the guy that basically helps you learn how to use them.
Awesome. There we go. So again, for those of you who are new to using TubeBuddy, you're in the right place. TubeBuddy's mission is really to help you create better content by saving you time on the back end while making it much easier. We're here to help you optimize your content and earn you more views, more watch time, and subscribers. All right, so we're gonna jump right into it here. So before we do get started, if you haven't yet, the first piece of resource that I want you all to connect with is our YouTube channel. So if you see the subscribe button right below this video and it's still in red, just make sure you click on that, make sure you subscribe, and also hit that notification bell as well so you can catch all of our videos. Andrew here, he puts in a lot of thought and work and sweat into creating a lot of really incredibly helpful and at the same time really entertaining how-to videos on how to use our platform. There's so many different tools. Personally, before I joined the team, I was using TubeBuddy, but after I joined the team and Andrew was showing me all the different tools inside the platform, I was mind blown. Like I was only using, like scratching the surface on all the tools that was available to me. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. It'll be really helpful. You'll see a lot of awesome videos. Andrew, how often are you sharing new videos in the channel?
So we do once a week. We also do a weekly live stream where we have experts that join, but we're going to be putting out even more content with more new tools coming. So stay tuned.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, we've got new videos each week, but also, yeah, like Andrew's saying, we have a weekly live stream with different experts that we work with every Wednesday. So tomorrow, for example, we've got Salma Jaffrey. What's Salma talking about tomorrow, Andrew?
How to grow on YouTube using YouTube trends. So she's going to show you a tool I'll show you later in this demo on how you can find trends with TubeBuddy. And she's going to walk you through how you can go from a trend to a video with a title, description, tags, all of that, so you can earn more views with the TubeBuddy tools.
Awesome. Sounds good. Great. So that's going to be tomorrow. Andrew's going to touch on that later as well. So just to set the expectation, I always like to manage expectations. So this session will be about an hour long. And we're going to be talking for about 30 or 40 minutes and then looking to answer any questions you may have in the comments. So in this talk, though, what we will be covering is, it's going to be coming up here, a quick introduction to TubeBuddy. So I'm going to share the TubeBuddy story with you, introduce you to some of the team members that are behind the scenes that really make it happen every day. We're going to give you a tour of TubeBuddy. So we'll go a little bit deeper into some of the tools, the features, and also share some of the things that you may be missing during the first few sessions using TubeBuddy. So we want to make sure that you get the maximum value out of this platform. And then probably what you all came here for, we'll take you through a typical path that a YouTube creator takes when they create and upload their videos, and how they're using TubeBuddy to make that process easier, to help them get the data that they're looking for, to make better decisions, so that their videos are set up to get more views and more reach. And then we'll share some resources with you, some tools to help you get started, also a coupon code to get a free trial on any of our paid plans if you'd like to check them out. And then next steps to go after this session is done. And then we'll spend the rest of our time answering questions for you. So I'm going to dive into the TubeBuddy story. If you guys are if are not familiar, TubeBuddy has actually been creating YouTube software for 10 years now, since before YouTube was even owned by Google. In 2013, very transparent about it. We spent about a year building a product for YouTubers that totally failed. It totally flopped. Very transparent about that. Fortunately, though, a year later, in December of 2014, we had the idea of building a browser extension, which is sort of where the browser extension that you see today started, to see if we could actually offer all of these tools right inside of the YouTube website. Our four co-founders are all developers. They're all programmers, which really allows us to move quickly and constantly push out new features. Those four co-founders are still very much involved today. So it's good to have developers behind the scenes that are also co-founders to push out new features constantly. We continue to listen to our community and to build what people were looking to use and what they were requesting, and we prided ourselves on top-notch customer support. And then lastly, it's really important to note that TubeBuddy is totally bootstrapped. Means that we have no investors. So that allows us to focus on building a real good, great product for our community, and listening to our community first. Any questions, Andrew, so far? We're good?
So far, we just have one from Mary Mayard, who says that they're having a hard time picking tags from the TubeBuddy mobile app, but we will discuss that in a bit in the live demo. We also had a question from Chris Vina, who asked, how accurate is the keyword planner? And yet again, in the live demo, we will explain that a little bit more, but incredibly accurate. We have articles in our support, which we can add later to this in the description, but it'll basically explain how we come up with our scores. And because, you know, we created them, we stand by them.
Yeah, awesome. Sounds good. Good questions. Awesome. So, okay, so I'm going to jump into the team. So this is a quick picture of the team. I think last Christmas. This is actually before I even joined the team. I've been with the team for a couple months now, but everybody was hanging out in San Diego. And so this is the team right here. So if you want to learn more about their team, if you just go to tubebuddy.com/about, you'll see all of the team members, what they do, and what their roles are. And then here are a few of our really awesome partners and people that use TubeBuddy on a daily basis. Daryl Eves, who some of you may know, says that TubeBuddy has completely transformed the way I manage my personal YouTube channel and my clients' channels as well. My favorite picture in the slide here with your friend Andrew, who you might recognize on the left, with also one of our partners, Nick Niman, on the right, says that TubeBuddy is a must-have tool for YouTube content creators. It's been a game changer for his channel, and it can help you with yours too. It should be a core part of every YouTuber's workflow. And lastly, we got Matthew Santoro. He says, I'm so glad I discovered TubeBuddy. It's super helpful. Love you guys. Matthew right now is just over 6 million subscribers and continuing to grow. Okay, so really quick, I want to give you a quick tour of TubeBuddy. So the first thing that you should know, if you haven't yet, if you're really new to TubeBuddy, is that there's actually 3 ways to access the TubeBuddy platform. So the first one is a mobile app, so available both on Apple and on Android. We've got a Chrome extension or a browser plugin as well. And then we've got a web browser app that you can log into through most web browsers. So we'll talk a little about this today. All right, before I jump into the web browser tour, just quick check-in for questions. I see some thumbs up from Chris. Awesome.
Yeah,
I think we're good.
I think we're
awesome.
good to continue.
Awesome, sounds good. Okay, so I want to quickly show you, so basically I'm going to show you the web browser really quickly, and then I'm going to pass it off to Andrew, and he's going to do a quick demo on the browser extension. All right, so I'm going to switch my screen here. So we've got our web browser tour. So once you install TubeBuddy and connect your YouTube channel to TubeBuddy, it takes literally 5 seconds. All you need to do is just go to TubeBuddy.com, and from here you can right away. I'm already signed in, so you can click on sign in here, and you can install. Usually there will be a button right here that you can click from our homepage that will take you to the prompts to connect your YouTube channel to TubeBuddy. Once you do that, you can go in right here and you can log into TubeBuddy by going to TubeBuddy.com, and you can log in. This is your dashboard. The first thing that I want to show you first is you'll see your channel here. So this is one of my channels. If you click on settings on the bottom right here, I want to make sure that you are, I'm going to get my little marker. I want to make sure that you are choosing the incognito results. So what this does is that when in any of our keyword research tools, anything like that, it will show your rankings based on a new viewer to your channel or to YouTube. So it's, it won't skew the results, because likely if you're not setting it to incognito right here, then it's going to show your rankings higher than it normally would to other, to the new viewer to YouTube. Is that correct, Andrew? Am I explaining that correctly?
Yeah, and the reason that's happening is because YouTube recognizes that whoever owns the account, watches content. So it's going to skew it differently. So you want to use incognito. So as Rob said, it's like you're a new person on YouTube. There's no bias to affect it. Perfect.
Awesome. All right. So that's going to be that. And then I'm going to take you. So once you set that up, make sure that you do that so that once we get into the keyword research tool that Andrew's going to be showing in just a second, then all of the results are accurate, and you can make better decisions that way. All right. So I'll show you the main menu. I want to get into the video list page. So you can go into all of these. This gives you, this right here gives you all of the shortcuts to the different tools that are available. And then you can also go into integrations on the left-hand side. And this allows you to connect your TubeBuddy account to Twitter, to Facebook, Patreon, if you're using Patreon, Social Blue Book, Alexa, Magic Links, a number of different tools. Also, there is member perks. So this is for any of our paid TubeBuddy licenses. You have access to some of these member perks, which are some of the deals that we have been worked out with our different partners. And also there is, the last thing I want to show you in this page here is our affiliate center. So you can actually quickly set up your affiliate account with TubeBuddy if you want to share TubeBuddy with your audience, with your list, on your channel. It's really easy. It takes 2 seconds to set up your own affiliate link with us, and that's where you would set it up right there. Awesome. Okay, so really quick question before we dive into the demo.
There's one, but it's about something we're going to discuss in the demo. So
okay. Okay, so we'll just get into the demo then. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Awesome, Andrew. Do you want to share your screen?
I'll go for it right now. Sharing my screen, and perfect. Let me know if you all can see it well.
There we go. Awesome.
So we have a question from Phil and Nicole with 2Ks. Why integrate with Facebook, for example? What does it provide? That's a great question, and I'll cover that in just a bit. So when you first install TubeBuddy, the first thing you're going to notice is this TubeBuddy drop-down menu right near the post or create a new video section. So we are going to go around YouTube really quickly with what is called quick links. This essentially gets us wherever we want to go on YouTube. This can take us to the YouTube dashboard. So if we click on it, it'll take us to the YouTube dashboard where we can see all of this information yet again. Going to hit back really quickly. So that just gives you an example. But I know that Chris asked a question about how can we plan topics with TubeBuddy, and that's a great question. So we're going to discuss the keyword ranking tools and some of these things. So these are Keyword Explorer, SEO Studios. You'll notice that each tool section is somewhere differently. So if you want to learn how to use our extension tools, which basically just mean these are the tools on the YouTube browser, you can click here. If you want to see some of the website tools like the health report, the valuation, the brand alerts, the A/B testing, we have that as an option. You also have some account options. So if you want to get to the setting to make sure you're in incognito mode, you can also click here. So Rob showed you from the dashboard. You can also just click here and it'll take you to where you can set up incognito mode. So to answer your question, Chris, let's say you have a video you want to do, right? First, you can open up the Keyword Explorer. So I talked a little bit earlier in the stream how tomorrow Salma's going to teach you how you can find a trending topic with TubeBuddy and then make a video around it. But here is just an example of some of the trending topics today of the stream. We can see Zoom, we can see a lot of things related to what's happening today. We also can change this. So let's say you're not in the US. Let's say you are in Canada land, like our good friend Rob. so you can set it up for Canada. So you can really change the trends depending on your location. And that's useful because if your audience is like Rob's, maybe mostly based in the US and Canada, you kind of want to target that. But let's say you're in the UK and you want to focus on that. We give you the option to set where you are so you can get trends relevant to you. So one thing I want to talk about, and this is a keyword we're going to look up, is going to be on YouTube, right? That's what we're talking about. So let's look up YouTube growth. And this is going to show the Keyword Explorer. Now, a lot of people see this and they get confused because there's so many different sections and there's so many things going on, but it's really, really simple. So I'm going to show you some things and break it down in a way that's so much easier. Does using ad block will affect TubeBuddy? Not really. We don't, I mean, if you run it on our channel, we don't have ads anyway, but you shouldn't be using ad block on YouTube if you want to support those YouTubers trying to make a living. But that's just my 2 cents. So as we look here, the first thing you'll notice is related. And I want to show this section because this is really important. This is showing you what people are looking for in real time on these things. So like and what I mean by in real time is if we were to go type in YouTube growth, remember these here? If we were to type it in here, we're going to get those same results. So what TubeBuddy is doing is it's fetching the same results as if you were going to type them into the search bar. So because we're looking up YouTube growth as the example, we can see that all of those same searches are coming up here. Similarly, we offer web searches. These are things people are looking for around this keyword, which we said we're going to make a video around YouTube growth. Then these are what people are looking for on Google. So we can see that they're looking for YouTube growth service, strategy, statistics, over the years, Discord. So we can see what people are actively looking for around a keyword. Here's a question for those of you joining TubeBuddy 101. Do you have a topic you want to make a video about? We can actually run this through with you. And while you guys are typing, I wanted to show, because Phil and Nicole with 2Ks asked, why integrate with Facebook, for example? What's the benefit? So I'm going to quickly show that. So we're going to go to the TubeBuddy drop-down menu as before. And then we're going to go to the My Videos page. So they asked, why should we integrate with Facebook? And that's a great question. One of the things a lot of our users want to do is upload their content natively to Facebook and YouTube, but they don't want to have to go upload to Facebook, then go upload to YouTube. So what we provide is a way where you can upload natively to Facebook from YouTube similarly. So let's use this video as an example, right? We'll click I'm going to first zoom in so it's a little easier to see. And then we are going to click this TubeBuddy icon here. This is going to bring our tools page very similar to the TubeBuddy drop-down menu here. So there are a lot of TubeBuddy members. So if we look here, we can see publish to Facebook. And what this does is it lets us post to a page our description, our title, very quickly and easily. So if you want to upload your video, all you have to do is upload it here. So while the video is processing on YouTube, you can also upload it to Facebook at the same time. So this is very useful for some of our users. Do keep in mind that in order to do this through TubeBuddy, it does require our star license. So I see a search query from Chris who says how to clean glass with a razor blade. So that is very interesting. So that is a very specific idea. But when you're doing keyword, right? So clean glass with a razor blade is going to be our keyword focus. And when you think of keyword, a lot of people think tags. That's not really what it is. A keyword is just the most important word, right? So when it comes to YouTube, the keyword is just the main focus on whatever your video is about. So for us, in this example, it's clean glass with razor blade. I don't know why I said keyword. Actually, I do because I was typing. So if we use clean glass with razor blade, well, then we can see that this is very searched. The competition isn't that much. And if you ever wonder what these means, you can hover over these tooltips, right? So it says how good this keyword is to target for your specific channel, which brings me up to weighted and unweighted. If we go to unweighted, we're going to see different results. Similar to the incognito mode results we got earlier, you're going to notice that unweighted does not take your personal channel's strengths and videos into account. So that would be something to keep in mind. But for us weighted at TubeBuddy, we have a really good chance of standing out and ranking for this video. Now, one thing I want to say here is just because you rank doesn't mean you're going to get views. Ranking just gives you the opportunity to show up. It's up to the video title and thumbnail as well as the ranking to get you those views. So we can get you in front of the search results, but it's up to your thumbnail and title to get people to click. And that's something a lot of people kind of get confused. They're like, well, I'm ranking number one. Why am I not getting views? And then when we look at their click-through rate or CTR, it's only about 1%. So it's about a reflection on that. However, if we look here, clean glass with razor blade, right? That's what our keyword focus is. We see razor blade cleaning, how to clean exterior glass, how to use a scraper. There's not really a video that is talking about this specific keyword, right? So clean glass with razor blade. So one thing our good friend Daniel says is when you're looking at the optimization strength, people see excellent and they get confused. If we look at a general score, it's still excellent. And what this means is that there is an excellent opportunity for you to come in with a video that has how to clean glass with a razor blade, for example, and have your description and your tags all fit around that and have a really good chance of standing out because there's not a video that's really answering this question. Like if we look here, razor blade cleaning, glass shower door, none of these are really how to clean glass with a razor blade. They're close, but they're not 100. Chris, that is correct. He says, I have a 100 on 100 on this. So that's good, correct? That is good. And I have a good chance to rank if I make this. Yes. Now, just because you're ranking, as I said, doesn't guarantee views. That's only one part of the puzzle. It's on you to craft a title and, more importantly, a thumbnail that gets people to click on it. So even if you show up number one in search, it's also up to you to create a good thumbnail that gets people to click. So I want to show you how you can take this. Now, you asked earlier, how can I use this to save video topics, right? If you click the action right here, you can actually save this to the topic planner. So keywords were successfully saved. So if you're on TubeBuddy Mobile, one thing you can do is this keyword will be in the video topics if we click right here, video topic planner. So these are some of the ones we have done. You can kind of get an idea. You can see some of the things we've done, but there is our video, right? And here is where you can save it. So this gives you the option to write notes, write things you might want to talk, and things like that. I see Cody MacGyver says, can you explain end cards better and why to use them? Absolutely. We will do that after we kind of go through some of the keyword stuff. Rob, do you have any questions, or is everything looking good on your end?
Yeah, everything's looking good. Max by Max was just wondering, what would be the point to upload it to Facebook? Don't you want people to come to your YouTube channel instead? It's a really good question.
So that is a good question. So it's what you want to do with your Facebook page. Do you want to use your Facebook page to drive people to YouTube? Or, which a lot of our users do, they just want to grow a separate Facebook page and a separate YouTube channel, but it's based around the same content. So if that makes more sense for you to do, Max, where you are just posting a link, then just post a link. But if you're trying to grow your Facebook page with the same content you're putting on YouTube, then maybe that works best for you. So
yeah, exactly, totally agree. And then also Max has a actually no, Chris has a really good question, which I think you'll answer here very shortly, Andrew. Is there a function of TubeBuddy to help with titles as well? So yeah, we'll jump into that.
Absolutely. So I'm so glad you asked that, because that is the next part of this demo, right? So let's go clean glass with razor blade. We want to bring that back up, right? So you asked, is there a good way to craft a title? Absolutely. This is also another way you can be proactive. So if you have a video idea and you're like, I want to make a video about this, we have a thing for our pro and higher users called SEO Studio. So if you click Optimize in SEO Studio, this is our new tool. One thing to keep in mind is that this is in a beta. So what that means is that this may change. However, we're trying to change it with you. As Rob mentioned earlier in the stream, we're 100% bootstrapped. So anything we add and change to this is based on our user feedback. So this not only helps you with a title, it helps you with a description, and it helps you with those all-important tags. So what this score does is just making sure you are following 100% of what YouTube is looking for when you upload a video. This just means we want to make sure you're following through with as much as possible from YouTube and an SEO standpoint. So when you are doing this, we have right here our target keyword, which is what we typed into the Keyword Explorer, which is clean glass with razor blade. That's what our video is about, right? You said how to clean glass with a razor blade, Chris. So we'll go from there, right? That's the video you wanted to make. But the thing is, this is searchable, but one thing YouTube tells us is a title needs to be both, first, searchable, but also compelling, right? So how to clean glass with a razor blade is definitely searchable, but why should we click on it, right? So, and a great example that keeps the same keyword, how to clean glass with a razor blade quickly, right? So now, not only are we teaching them how to clean glass, but we're telling them, hey, it doesn't have to take forever. You can get this done quick. So you're thinking of a person who would look for that, and you're keeping that in mind by making it quick, or you're making it, you could say, easily, right? That's another way you can do. You could even combine the two. How to clean glass with a razor blade quickly and easily, right? Now, one thing you may know and may notice is that we have here the amount of characters. YouTube recommends a title be between 20 to 70 characters. And the reason they recommend that is so that whether they're on a mobile device, they're on a computer, a tablet, a gaming console, a TV, the title can display in its full integrity. If it's over 70 characters, some of your title is going to get cut off. But the most important thing when it comes to making a title is it needs not only to be searchable, which, Chris, because you were looking up clean glass with razor blade, we learned that that's searchable, but you need to be compelling as well, which is where I said it's up to your title and thumbnail to earn the views. We showed you that there's an opportunity. It's up to your content to get the click and get the view. So when we're crafting a title, think about something a new person who's maybe never cleaned glass with a razor blade would want to know. How to clean glass with razor blade, maybe best blade to use, right? That might work. Maybe they want to know what's the best thing to use. So whatever you decide for the compelling element, that's on you. But more importantly, when you make this video, you should include Today I'm going to teach you how to clean glass with a razor blade, and I'm going to give you my best blades to use. So stick around, or something like that compels them to watch longer. So I'm going to say how to clean glass I'm going to add the A back, but actually with razor blade, it's up to you if you want. I'm just going to keep it as it is. Now, it's important to note that when I'm adding the A, right, it does change the 100% match, which brings us to these highlights. Whenever you have a keyword, you need to repeat these keywords organically within your title, your description, and your tags, which we will get to in a bit. And all that means is that whatever you title it, you need to have that keyword, the main keyword, in this case, clean glass with razor blade, in both your title, your description, and of course your tags. I see Max by Max, a few YouTubers suggest to use the whole 100 characters in the title to make it more searchable, but your system advises not to go over 70. I addressed it a little earlier, but I'll just quickly re-say it. YouTube says 20 by 70. So we are not saying it's our system. That's YouTube, right? So we're just telling you to follow what YouTube recommends. Now, if YouTube says to use 100, then obviously we're going to recommend what YouTube is doing. But YouTube has said to not use no more than 70 and try to use no less than 20, because on different devices, they're not going to see the whole title. So if your user, if your audience member is watching on your phone, for example, they might see it 100 character title, differently than they would perhaps on the browser. So it's just keeping in mind the different devices people watch on.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So as we continue to work on this, so we have how to clean a glass with a razor blade. The reason we were mentioning the highlights is because this is how YouTube is doing it. And you want to be as close to what YouTube recommends as possible, because at the end of the day, it's their platform. They tell us things to do better, so you want to make sure you're following what they recommend. So, how to clean a glass with a razor blade quickly and easily. So this is just a very easy title. The 100, so Max by Max says, but isn't it going to help with searchability? No, because the searchable part of your title needs to be in the first part. It needs to be the first part should be the searchable part, and the compelling element second. So if you're doing what YouTube is recommending, which is what we recommend, the compelling element is the only thing that's getting cut off. So that doesn't really help with searchability. It more helps with click-through ability. So for example, this part right here, which is how to clean glass with a razor blade, is the searchable part. The compelling part is quickly and easily. So like if I added more to this, thing quickly and easily with items you use at home for cheap, right? YouTube is going to start cutting off at that 70, at the 70 character mark. So all that we had there isn't going to be displayed. So it doesn't necessarily help with searchability, because your searchable part should be the first thing in the title. It more hurts your compellability, if that's even a word. But I'm not sure the best word for that, but it's going to more so hurt your compelling element. So your searchable part is first, the compelling element should be second. And again, I mean, our proof of this is we have over 3 million users. We've grown 280,000 subscribers on the channel with using these methods. And more importantly than any of that, it's what YouTube recommends. So again, if YouTube is telling you that's what you should do it.
Mm-hmm.
So now I want to make sure we're repeating naturally and organically our title within the first 200 characters of our description. As you can see here from the SEO Studio, it says include your target keyword in the first 200 characters of the description. Why? Because again, this is based on what YouTube says. And if you want more information, not only will the first 200 characters carry more weight in YouTube's search algorithm, which is true, it's what people see in search results listing, showing people exactly what they are looking for. So we're going to include this easily. So learn how to clean glass with a razor. We can add that back with a razor blade quickly and easily. Cleaning glass with a razor blade doesn't have to be a challenge. This video covers how to clean glass with razor blades. So see, we're able to include our title in our description multiple times organically. Max by Max, that's not necessarily true either. So it's basically, he says, if you have a new channel, you never can rank for the searchable part in a title because of the competition. That is where it's up to you as the creator to find ways for you to come in, right? So this is actually what we saw earlier. This keyword is a great opportunity for people to rank for regardless of subscriber count, just because there's not a lot of videos addressing how to clean glass with a razor blade directly. There are a lot of similar videos, but there's no one answering this exact question. So in fact, this video we're doing as this example kind of debunks that. So that's it's kind of what's happening. Now, one thing I always tell people is when you're using these first 200 characters, you want to make sure that you have your links. Well, TubeBuddy lets you have multiple upload defaults. So this was a TubeBuddy video. You could just put apply here, and it would apply all of your saved things. So maybe we want to tell people to join our forums or Discord, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook. Maybe you want to put whatever is specific to your channel here. But notice how our score keeps going up because we're following all of the recommendations from YouTube. Now, when we go over to tags, we see that it's added some of the things we have, right? So clean glass, razor blade. It's going to add our target keyword first. So we can also do clean glass with a razor blade. Now, one thing we are planning to add is where you can make a tag list when you're doing your keyword explorer, and then you can add your tags you saved in a tag list right here, so you don't have to do this. But for the sake of the example, you want to make sure that you are including partial matches of your target keyword and have relevant tags, right? So our title should be a tag because that's super relevant. How to clean glass with a razor blade quickly and easily. So that is a great tag. So you said you don't have that tab next to back at the bottom. So you may not have set up your upload defaults. That is a feature through YouTube, which TubeBuddy integrates with. So you may not have set them up on your YouTube channel. So if they're not showing here, and if you do have your upload defaults, that's where you can email our support at TubeBuddy, because I did mention this is a beta. But I do have a challenge for Max by Max. If you have a video or a keyword or a topic you want to talk about in a video, but you think that you can't rank for it, let us know. I think that'd be very interesting to kind of go over live. And of course, if Rob will let me, I know Rob's like, ugh, look at Andrew keep talking.
No, go for it. Keep going. Keep going. And Chris, I'm just going to send a link to the upload defaults page. Have a look and see if you've got it set up for yourself. And if not, like Andrew said, email us, and I'll put our email in the chat as well.
Perfect. So this is just an idea of tagging. Obviously, this is just a very quick and easy way to do that. So the next one we're going to look at is thumbnail. And this is where if you have your thumbnail, you can go ahead and upload it and see how you would stand out compared to your competition. Again, as we said earlier, we're noticing that a lot of these videos are not actually about cleaning glass with a razor blade. They're like razor blade cleaning glass shower door, or how to clean exterior glass. This is close, but it's not specifically with a razor blade. So these aren't exactly fitting what this search is and what people would need. Max by Max says, how to tie a tie. All right. He's like, I'm going to give you a very difficult one, but I like a challenge.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. As we see here, all of these are not answering this specific question. So if we were to upload our thumbnail, which we don't have, but this is okay, again, as an example, we can save all of these as a draft. So when we go to the upload page, when we're ready to upload our video, which is about how to clean glass with a razor blade, everything we did, the title, the description, and tags are ready to go. And all you have to do is hit apply, and it will add everything we've done. Now you can see some of our previous examples we've done. We have a lot here, so I might actually need to start clearing out some of these, but if you ever want to, you can just hit the giant X. So before you use SEO Studios, it says, help me find the right target keyword. Now, how to tie a tie is what we are doing. How to tie a tie. This is not right. That was my bad. We're going to hit back. We need to launch from the Keyword Explorer. So help me find the right target keyword, launch the Keyword Explorer. Now I want to make sure that we look at how to tie a tie. Now this is going to be too competitive, so we need to break it down. Your video is going to be about how to tie a tie, right? Well, if we know that you're going to have a hard time standing out here, this is where you need to look at different ways, right? So these are what other things people are searching for on YouTube at the moment. So similarly, how to tie a tie easy. That's a little different. How to tie a tie easy step by step. That is also different. But as you see, it's very competitive. So a cool feature of the Keyword Explorer is you can easily go back to different levels here, right? So how to tie a tie, we'll go back here. We see fast. Well, what if you want to show someone how to tie a tie on someone else? That's a lot different. And guess what? All of a sudden, the results are a lot better. So yes, you want to make a video about how to tie a tie, but maybe you focus it on how to tie a tie on someone else. And then, as you can see, we're going to get web searches. One of the things people are looking for is easy. So if we click here, well, now you're not only doing a video on how to tie a tie on someone else, but you're saying easy. Maybe you say fast and easy, right? Search volume is poor is what Max by Max says. It's fair, actually. Poor is when it's in red. The thing is, when it comes to search volume, what you want is you want it to be closer towards the green as possible. Yes, it's fair. But if you can rank for how to tie a tie on someone else fast and easy, you have a better chance of ranking for how to tie a tie on someone else. And then because you have how to tie a tie in the title, if that isn't being explained, then you have a really good chance of ranking on this first page because someone might need this exact thing. And here's the thing. You could say how to tie a tie on how to tie a longer tie, right? Like that could be a great example of a slight difference, but you have a good chance. The thing is, we can get you in the search, but it's up to your video. And if you can't rank for it at your current size, it's also on you as a creator to be realistic on that. We can't, if you are creating the content, if you create a content you have no chance of ranking for, then that's where it's not the fact that you didn't follow SEO. It's just you realistically weren't able to. And that's not on you unless you created the video anyway. It's when you can find different ways to create a video you want to make that you can find brilliance. So we found a way that you can go from how to tie a tie and how to tie a tie someone else. And then if that video does well, maybe you talk about the other things. How to tie a tie Windsor knot, right? How to tie a longer tie. There are different ways you can search this. Now, this one I would say is different because it's very close. But again, you have the data. It's up to you how you use it. But is there anything else that people want or have questions about? I saw someone had one on end screens and cards, so we can kind of discuss that.
Yep. Yeah, we can. Can you explain end cards better and why to use them?
So end cards are basically a great. Oh, no worries.
No, I was saying thanks, Cody. It was Cody's question there.
So Cody, the reason you want to use end screens and cards is cards are a great way to ask a question, for example. So I'll show you using a TubeBuddy quick link how we're able to do this, right? So if we go to quick links, this is a way where you can see analytics from a specific variable, right? So like, let's say I want to see my likes to dislikes. We want to click on cards. So this is going to bring up our card menu. And cards are a great way to pull our audience. So when people saw this card, they saw the teaser and they clicked. And then when they click through the actual card, it has about pretty decent metrics. So cards are a great way if you want to ask a question in the video, for example. Let's say in this stream, I wanted to ask, do you enjoy TubeBuddy 101? Let us know if that card pull on screen, yes or no. And that's a great way to get more engagement from your audience. And if you want to try new content or you want to ask a question, it lets you know. Max by Max says, how to come up with ideas. I'm all over the place with my videos and have no idea what to stick with. So that comes up to, who do you want to help with your content? So because Cody asked about cards and end screens, then I know that this content I'm discussing live should focus on cards and end screens. So because TubeBuddy's audience is helping YouTubers get better on YouTube, that's natural fit. But if you have no idea who your audience is, Max by Max, that's when you need to go to the drawing board and like really dive into who do you want to help. But if we look here, cards and end screens can really help people watch more of your content. So if I go back to the quick links, let's say I want to see how my cards or my end screens are doing. We have that option as well. So we have cards, we have all of these different things. So we have the ability just to take a look at the audience retention. And the reason I want to bring up audience retention is because this matters within how people are looking, right? If we know at the TubeBuddy videos, about 25% make it to the end screen, you want that 25%, you maybe want to recommend a video to them. Because when you recommend a video, you're like, hey, if you enjoyed this topic, I have an entire playlist, which is basically a list of videos that is all about that topic you can watch. Fun for Kids Nursery Rhymes asks a great question. How do you grow in subscribers with the kids channel? Because with kids channel, cards and end screens are disabled. That I cannot speak to, and this is, as much as I know about YouTube, it's very important to be, I have no idea about kids channels at the moment, and neither does anyone else. YouTube is still making changes on it, so I can't answer that question honestly. The best thing I can tell you is, as a kids channel, is that you still have search and parents looking for content for their kids. So for a kids channel, the best thing you can do is focus on search and see what people are looking for. So is there a simple metric you had to see if a channel or video is doing well at a glance? YouTube is almost too much data and confusing. Well, I'm so glad you asked that, Chris, because there is something within TubeBuddy that breaks down all these analytics in a quick and easy way. It's called our health report. So this is kind of a natural segue into that. So under the TubeBuddy drop-down menu, click on Website Tools, and then you're going to go to the Health Report. So we're going to click Health Report. And this is going to take us to see our, oh, I am not on the TubeBuddy channel. Do not mind the chaos happening behind screen. We are making it up as we go, but we're getting really good questions, and I do appreciate them. And I see from Fun for Kids Nursery Rhymes, okay, thanks. Again, I don't feel great giving that answer, but it's the only actual thing I can tell you that is actionable, is to focus on that searchable content. So once I click on the health report, and I'll show you how to do this from the TubeBuddy side, you can just go to tubebuddy.com, click on health report. This is going to show you those same thing, that same information, but in a much simpler way. You asked how to know if a channel is doing well. So you can see here our overall views, the amount of subscribers, and our uploads. You can see our performance based on the last 30 days. For us, our engagement is up, but our subscribers are down, and so are our views. So this gives us an idea that we need to make more content, which is coming, but it's something we need to be mindful of, right? So you asked how you can tell. This is a very quick and easy way to see, but it also breaks down things such as, how are people finding your videos, what keywords? So when people type in TubeBuddy, they find us, how to use TubeBuddy, how to optimize YouTube videos, TubeBuddy tutorials, how to see tags, like all of these make sense. So when we look here, we have the engagement as well, because we saw here our engagement is up. We were getting more comments. We're getting more dislikes, but that is to be expected. But we're also getting a steady amount of likes. They are down, so maybe that's something where we look at that. So next, we can see where people are sharing and also the retention. This is honestly more important than views. You need to make sure your minutes are up. You want to make sure your average view duration is up. This is what YouTube is looking at when it comes to success. On average, you want to have higher minutes watched and higher average view duration. So you can take a look at the performance here and your audience retention as well to see how you're doing at a quick glance. And it's not so confusing as YouTube analytics. We hear that a lot. So this is a great feature that kind of shows that off. You also can see where people are watching your content. So as we can see, we have a lot of viewers from the US here, but we also have India, Canadian land, Indonesian. Every time I say Canadian land, I think Rob just is like, oh.
I speak Canada. Yeah.
You do. I just find it funny. Like I could just say Canada, but
yeah,
it's you gotta be interesting. So Pogletti, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, asks what's the best position for text on thumbnails, and that's kind of based on how your audience reacts, right? So every thumbnail is different for a different person. So test it and see what works. Like if you want to see what your click-through rate is, that's something you need to do. Phil and Nicole with 2K says, we speak Canada too. Good.
Perfect. Good to have you here.
Well, I'm glad the Canadians are I know it's Canadians.
Yeah. Andrew, there's a really quick question here from Max, who was wondering, do you guys do channel reviews? And I think we're kind of segueing into some Q&A here, but do you guys do channel reviews? So take it apart and say what's okay and what's not. Andrew, I'm sure you have some recommendations. One I would recommend is our good friend, the community for sure that Andrew's about to show you, but also our friends Nick and Dean. I mean, they do. Andrew, correct me if I'm wrong. They do. They used to. They used to. Gotcha. Okay.
But if we don't per se at TubeBuddy, though, we offer people who do. So if we go to TubeBuddy.com, we go to my account, you will see some of our friends in the member perks. And so there is a channel consultation right here from our good friend Daniel. However, that is paid because if you are really serious about YouTube and really want to get an expert, you're asking them to take time out of their day. Now, we do have a free option on the TubeBuddy forums, which I will put a link here. And this is where if you give someone feedback, you will get feedback in return. So you can ask for a channel review, you can ask for a video audit, and what you'll find is that our community ends up giving really detailed feedback all around what they're saying. And guess what? Some people ask for feedback, and you might even see me in there because I do my own reviews on people's channels every now and then. So you never really know who you're going to get. So similarly to Mike, who is a user, I was able to give a channel review. So I don't do channel reviews all the time, but when I do, it's on the community forums.
Yep, that's awesome. I believe, yes. So those are some great options there. I was also just double checking here, but we also have channelreviews.com, which is available. I'll put a link to that. That's not really that's basically our system doing the review for you and putting out a report that you can kind of follow. And so I actually just double checked with our team to see if that was okay to share. So
I said yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
So you can check that out right there. So let us know if you have any questions. If you have any questions about channelreviews.com, the best thing to do for that, for sure, is to email our team. So support@TubeBuddy.com.
Yes. I see a question from Cody MacGyver who says, on my bigger channel, I used to small and quick to the point videos, and now it seems longer videos are the thing to do. What's your view on smaller videos under 10 minutes versus 10-minute or longer videos? It's all based on how much is your audience watching. If they're watching all of that 10 minutes, then maybe you make longer videos. But if they're only watching 4 minutes of a 10-minute video, I wouldn't recommend you do longer videos because you can't even get them to watch a majority of the 10-minute video. So what is your audience watching? Your audience is telling you how much they're willing to watch. You kind of need to look at that, and I can show you how you can do that. Similarly, we're going to be using them TubeBuddy tools. We're going to go back to the My Videos page. So we have a way where you can see with the TubeBuddy quick links, how much are people watching my content, right? So as this loads, because you got to love YouTube, it's basically going to be based on who is watching. And then if they're watching all the way through, then yes, you can do longer videos, no problem. But if they're only making it in very briefly, then keep with the quick ones. You have to test.
Good. Yeah, good advice, Cody. And also, you may want to split it into series, like maybe take that into a 3-part series. I'm not sure what your content is, but you might want to split it up into like 3 or 4 or 5 videos. That can be a series. That is shorter videos if that is the case.
True.
Yeah, that's awesome. Before we'll get back to Andrew with some Q&A, if Andrew has some time. I want to respect people's time. We've got about 5 minutes. I'm going to share my screen again. Just really quickly, just so that we can get some of the next steps here. If people need to hop out, I want to make sure that we respect that. So 2 seconds. Really quickly, the first thing is just really quick. Like if you guys want to check out any of our paid plans, again, if you want, you can check out TubeBuddy.com/pricing, and you'll see all of our different plans here. There's our free plan, which most of you are probably on, which is awesome. We're just happy that you're using our platform to grow your YouTube channel and manage it better. But our plans go from $9 a month to $49 a month, depending on the features that you want to have access to. On the left, it's really important. I want to make sure a lot of people actually miss this little bit here. But we do offer different coupons and discounts depending on your channel. If you have less than 1,000 subscribers, if you want to pay a year ahead annually, if you have more than one channel, and if you're a nonprofit. So make sure that you check that out. By doing that, you do get different discounts, and so your pricing will change here. You'll start noticing if you check off some of these things. So if you do want to get a trial, you can use this coupon code 101buddy when you're checking out, and that'll give you 30 days free on any of our paid plans right away. So go ahead and take advantage of that. I'll put that into the comments here, and you can make sure that you check that out. The next thing is really quickly, next step. So first thing is our YouTube channel. Again, just a reminder, make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell so that you can get alerted of all the new videos that we put up each week, and also our upcoming live streams every Monday. There's a really good playlist in there as well that you can get started with when you're just new to TubeBuddy. Also want to share with you our community forums that Andrew shared just a little while ago. So here it is. So it's just community.tubebuddy.com. The best place. You can plug into our community. On the right-hand top right there, you can see all of our upcoming videos and live streams, and you can just hop into the different conversations that are happening. And then also, you can email our team. Fantastic support here. So support@tubebuddy.com. That's the best place to send your questions, especially if it is very specific to your channel, to your account. We want to make sure that we can protect your privacy and not answer those in the forums or on social media. So send us an email, support@tubebuddy.com. And lastly, best place to connect is social media. So Instagram stories. We've got tons of content that happens on Instagram that's really fun. You can connect with us on Twitter, LinkedIn, and also for sure our Facebook page. So it's just @TubeBuddy on all of those different channels. So check that out, and those are the next steps. So we'll go back into the questions here. If we have a couple more minutes, Andrew, I'm going to share the screen back onto yours if you want to share it, or if you just want to.
I think for this, I mean, I don't see anything that requires screen share. So
okay. Yeah, there's a question here, Max. Max by Max. Yeah, Max, just send us an email. Send us an email directly, and then we can work that out with you. If you
there is one, oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
There's another one by Max.
Is there one? Okay, I'll address this one, and then we'll address Max's other questions. So yeah, if you are already paying customer Max, send us an email. We'll sort that out with you and get you access to one of the higher plans. No problem.
So from Max by Max, we see, but isn't YouTube showing more impressions for longer videos? Not necessarily. That we can't accurately say how YouTube is serving a piece of content, but what we can say is that YouTube is going to be looking at your video's history. So if a longer video has been able to keep people watching for a long time, they might recommend it, but it's all based on how the audience reacted to a piece of content. Like I have, and so does TubeBuddy, and so a lot of our partners have shorter videos that will rank higher and get more impressions just because they're valuing people's time. It's all based on how the audience reacts to it. So just because something's longer doesn't guarantee it to get more impressions.
Good answer. Sounds good. Cody says, my other channel is how-to videos for car repairs, and I did try doing 2-part videos, so you're right about on that about that part. That's cool. Okay, perfect. Sounds good. Well, we're 1 hour right on the money here. So Andrew, thank you so much for your time. Everybody, thanks so much. Again, if you have any questions, make sure that you just email us, support@tubebuddy.com, and we'll be back. Oh, there's one last question here from Max. Let's make this the last question. What is the absolute minimum time for a video? Andrew?
As long as the video needs to be to answer the question or to be entertaining to you. Again, if you can make the video that, for example, how to cut or how to clean glass with a razor blade, and you can make that 4 minutes and it covers everything, then make it 4 minutes. But if you have content that can fit longer and make sense, go for it. As long as the video needs to be.
Perfect. Perfect. I think I've heard somebody say, I don't know if maybe it was like Sean or something, but it says as short as possible, but as long as it needs to be. Something like that. Yeah. So there you go. Awesome. Guys, thank you so much. Phil and Nicole, Chris, Max, Pagletti. Hopefully we're saying that right. Yes, thank you so much. Fun for Kids, Cody. Everybody else that's tuned in as well this week. Mary, yes, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Let us know. We want feedback from you. So, you know, we can handle it. We got thick skin. So we want to make sure that this is as good as possible for everybody that tunes in each week. So it's always really cool for us to hear what questions you have. So that way we can understand, you know, what content to share each week here. So feel free to come and join us again. Just go to tubebuddy.com/101. And we'll be back same time next week. But yeah, send us your feedback, you know, content we're sharing, the slides, everything we want to hear so that we can make it better each week. So just send us an email, support@tubebuddy.com, and it'll find its way to me and Andrew. And yeah, we'd love to just continue leveling up our content here each week so we can serve you better. So thanks again, and stay safe out there, and we'll talk to you guys very soon.